Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another diecast restoration video. Well, I hope everybody's keeping well and I hope you're all looking forward to this one. So before we start, just like to say thank you for joining me again this time, and thank you to all my subscribers for sticking with me. And you know, if there's anybody new, any new subscribers, welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoy watching my videos. And thank you very much everybody for all your comments on my past videos. Okay, so this time the restoration video, it's a Corgi Toys Massey Ferguson 165 tractor, and that's Corgi number 66. And this one I've tried to do it as close as I can to the real thing. Done a couple of things different to how Corgi did it, and I think it hasn't turned out too bad. There's still a couple of things that I see now that I should have done to it that I haven't, but I'm not going to touch it. I'll leave that for when I do another one. And also with this one, my decals didn't do very well. There's some I've had it for 2-3 years in anticipation of doing this model, and one of them started breaking up in the water before I even got it off the backing paper, and yeah, they haven't done very well there. And I put them on after I lacquered the model as well, which in one way is a good thing, in another way it's a bad thing, because the one that did go on okay has started to break up as well. But apart from that, it's turned out quite nice, so I'm sort of fairly pleased with it apart from those decals. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this one too, and as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Right, okay then, let's take a closer look at this one. Well, on first glance it doesn't look too bad. This is one I picked up in a job lot on eBay, a couple of years ago now. As you can see, it's missing the back wheels. Now somebody's drilled those out already. They drilled the rivets out, so that one they've drilled out quite well. I might have to go deeper, I don't know. That one they haven't got in the centre, so that's a bit of a balls, but anyway, we'll try and sort that out. Now I thought, great, it's got the steering wheel, but it's only got 2 spokes, so we're going to have to, once we've undone it, we're going to try and glue another spoke onto that steering wheel. So yeah, I like this tractor. This is the one like I use for flailing, 165 Massey Ferguson. Yeah, so somebody's overpainted the bonnet over everything, so it's a bit of a mess. Now luckily in another job lot I had these wheels. I think they're probably off a later one. They're not the right, well, they are the right ones, yeah, because I've got another one. Yeah, look, I've got another tractor here, the same. Yeah, they are the same wheels. I thought they were different. I thought they might have been off one of those 50Bs because they look a bit newer. Anyway, they're good wheels. The tyres are hard as rock. That's the only thing. And oh no, it's not too bad. Yeah, I can get them off. I'll get them off, but get them off. If you do one of these, get the tyres off over the inside, not over the outside, because you break the end of the rim. Plastic's not very strong, so always get them out over the inside. Right, okay, so that actually this is off one of the 50Bs because it's got a smaller hole in the centre of the wheel. You know, you normally got a bigger hole for the rivet. Now when I put the rivets back, I'll have to put a little washer in there as well. I'll have to find a washer small enough to go in there. Okay, so this one, it's got the motor bit in the front, so we'll have to look at that. These front tires, they're hard as rock, so they're knackered. I have got some new ones. They're not quite the old square shape like this. They're the slightly newer ones, which are more, they got more of a rib in the middle. Look at that, I made a mess on there now. Yeah, the other thing with this one, it's got the exhaust pipe, which is good, because 9 times out of 10 the top is broken off them, or they're not there at all. And you know what I'm going to have to do there, don't you? I can't resist. I've got to have to put some dual headlights in there. I can't, it's like, I don't know, a bit like an addiction to me. Me and my dual headlights, I like to put them in everything. Okay, so I'm going to get the drill in that and change my camera battery because it's telling me it's flat again. They're getting old now, my batteries don't hold their charge anymore and I can't get any sent to Jersey. I tried, I had a battery charger and 2 new batteries for this camera, which is ancient now, and they wouldn't send it to Jersey. They did send it, but it never got here, and they refunded me. So anyway, I might have to get them sent to my stepdaughter in Wales instead, and then pick them up when we go over at Christmas time. Yeah, so I'm going to get the drills, and then we're going to undo those rivets. 2 rivets, front and back. Or 1 rivet in the front and 1 in the back. Okay, catch you in a few seconds. Okay, I've made a little dimple. There was already a little dimple in there in the rivets, but I've made it a bit bigger with my centre punch. Now, when you're holding this, when you drill it, be careful of the steering wheel and be careful of the exhaust pipe, because you'll break them quite easily. I'm going to start with a smaller drill bit, and then we'll go to a bigger one. Enough on that one. To me, these tractors, these models, when I was a kid, they weren't as interesting as the old, look at that, I said be careful of the steering wheel, and I bloody bent it now. Must be careful not to snap it off. Yeah, they weren't as interesting as the old Fords and Majors that they made, because they had no steering and they had no like lift arms on the back, so pretty shit really. With just a tow hook. To me, any car like CORGI, that is it the Austin Cambridge, the driving school one, and the VW driving school one, they had steerings, turning the steering. I always wanted one of those. I got the VW one for Christmas one year, but I never got one of the others. Yeah, to me that had real play value because of the steering. I loved them. Right, bigger drill bit. You mustn't go too far because my drill bit's bigger than the rivet. It's enough. Okay, I think that's enough. Right, let's see. I think I might have gone a little bit too far. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was alright with that one. Gone a little bit into the base on that one. Right. Now what's holding it? Oh, there. Okay. So that's just a little bit of... It's pretty simple, eh? It just goes up in there. So it's just a piece of... I don't know what it is. Cardboardy, plasticky stuff that makes the engine noise. Okay, look at my steering wheel there. What a nitwit when I've been telling you to be careful and everything. Right. Well, they're quite big rivet posts, so I'll probably be okay with those rivets. Either that or I'll screw it again. No, I think I'll put a rivet with this one. I think that steering wheel might snap off and I'll try and straighten it anyway. Okay. Exhaust pipe, so that's just plastic. So that's nothing really, that just pushes out. I need the pot to put the bits in. Right, the bonnet's got to come off, so how the hell does that come off? That must just... there's a rivet right in there. Okay, that's awkward. Is this one too big? It is a bit big. It's going. Yeah. This is bloody awkward to undo. I don't think there's much holding it now. Wrong screwdriver. That exhaust, I said it was only pushed in there. There's a bit broken off it. So I've probably done that. I've not undone one of these before, and should have been more careful. I think I have got some new ones of those. I've got some reproduction ones that I bought ages ago, so if I can't glue that one, I'll put a new one on, but it'd be nice to put the old one back. I don't want to bust that steering wheel any more than it is already. It's going. Okay, let's get that steering out. That's it. I'll have to sort him out. It's going. She's going. I'm loath to drill any more, but I might have to. I might have to drill a little bit more. That's definitely the blunt drill bit, that one. Definitely. It's going. It's going. I don't want to drill too much off of that rivet. Hang on. What about if I use my punch thing again? Oh, it's not easy to grip onto it. Oh. You can't get a big enough drill down there, that's the trouble. Okay, that one should do it. No. That's it. We got it. We've got it. Actually, there is a bit of a post in there, so I might be able to put a rivet in. I'll have to cut it down. Okay, so what happened? Oh, there's a bit of plastic from the exhaust. Yeah, so I'm going to have to try and glue that back on. It should glue okay, I think. So that's it. That's the bare bones of that part. I'll have to grind that bit of rivet down there. So there's just these wheels now. How am I going to do those? Do they just pull off? Yes, they just pull off. Yeah. So there's like a cog inside there. I think we just have to. These wheels have got to go silver. Oh, they are. Oh, there's going to be a game putting that back in. So that's all that makes the noise, is just this little kind of hedgehoggy thing that fits on the front axle. There's a spline there, so it is going to be tricky to get back. Okay, so I need to get the wheel off of that. There. I thought for a minute the axle was bent, but it's because the wheel wasn't on properly. Okay, so okay, that's that. So there she is. She's all undone now, all ready for the caustic. And the jeweled headlights. Okay then, I'm going to put that in the caustic. And again, I won't show you. You have seen me do it in the past. It's awkward for me to do it on camera. So I'll do that and I'll come back to you when it's all cleaned up and ready to put together. Okay, see you in a second. Right, here we are then. All out the caustic, cleaned up quite well. We're all ready for the primer now. The wheels, front wheels have come up nice. It's almost a shame to paint them, they're so shiny. So there's the back mud guards, all clean. And the bottom part of the chassis part, the engine, bottom part of the engine, the bell housing of the steering box and that, and the gearbox. Okay, so I'm going to go out and put the primer on that, and then I'll come back to you when that's done. Right, okay, that's the primer all done. Come out alright. All the bits, back mud guards, the engine. So I've got two different colours I've got to paint this. The engine part and the back end gearbox, all that has got to go grey. That seat needs to be red, but I'll probably hand paint that. I think it's the easiest way, because those seats are usually red with grey cushions. This bonnet's going to have to be red, and in the front I'm going to have to hand paint. So yeah, I'm going to go out and spray those up, and then I'll come back to you when that's done. Right, okay, I got a bit carried away again. We've been busy, or I've been busy. So I got that painted. That's the mud guards. I've painted the lights. You can't see them, they're slightly different red. There's two rear lights and two reflectors. Done those side lights, and what I've done, I've painted the axle part here grey. Now my grey isn't quite it's more like stony grey. It's not quite the right grey, but it's not too bad. It's sort of the closest one I had. It should be a bit lighter grey than that. Yeah, so that's the mud guards done. Done the seat, because that should be red. So I've done the seat red. The gear lever knob's black. I've done the exhaust manifold. I've done it sort of coppery colour. So that's that done. That's the underside, under the belly and the foot plates. That's done, and then the bonnet. I've been busy with that, and that's taken me ages to do. Very very tiny, very intricate, but that's the right colour. Now I did think for the decals, because the decals I've got a set, but they're like the original ones that obviously that CORGI did, but they're really the wrong colour. It should have MASSEY Ferguson on a silver background, and the stripe should come around. You've got the roundel there with 165 on, and the stripe should come along the front of the bonnet and meet up with that one in the top of the grille there. But it's not going to, so never mind. We're going to put those, I might try and make some. I might scan those I've got and then make some for a later date, because I want to do another one of these. Yeah, so we'll try and I might scan some or order another set and then scan them. So I'll put the decals that I've got on there. Yeah, the other thing I did the clocks on there. I just did those in white. There's one on there, that's like the rev counter. I just did that in silver, just because I had the silver paint out. Now the steering wheel, it did completely snap off the spokes in the end, so I managed with a little bit of MIG welding wire. I cut a piece, I drilled into the hub of the steering wheel with a tiny drill, put the bit of wire in, glued it in, and then I glued the round on. The actual wheel itself I glued on to the spokes, so it seems to have done alright, but it took me ages to do that. The exhaust, I don't know if I already said, but I've had to put a repro one because I've had to paint it because they were actually white. So there it is painted. What happened, I was trying to glue that broken piece on the exhaust that was off of this tractor. I've put it in my box now, and I had it with my tweezers and I was just gluing it, I was holding it against it, and then the tweezers, I don't know what the tweezers did, but the piece of plastic went flying up in the air and I heard it land on the floor. Couldn't find it anywhere. I was on my hands and knees for about 10 minutes looking, rubbing my hands over the floor, couldn't find it. So in the end I gave up. I thought, okay, I'll use a reproduction one. This morning I'm in here and I look down, the piece is only stuck to my slippers, isn't it? On the top of my slippers. No wonder I couldn't find it. But anyway, I've got it now, so I'm going to try and glue it onto the exhaust, and I'll have that exhaust as a spare. Okay, so all this needs lacquering now, so I'm going to go and lacquer this outside. It's nice, bit overcast, but it's alright. Nice day. The actual red paint there went a bit dull, but the lacquer will bring it up nice and shiny again. I don't worry about that when the paint goes dull. Depends on the weather, obviously. But yeah, the lacquer always brings it back. Okay, so that's where we're up to so far. Okay, I'll get back to you when I've done the lacquering. Right, I'm going to put the jeweled headlights in. I've had a bit of a job with the decal. It broke up. It's broken off in the water, so it's not ideal. I've ordered some more, but I don't know if I'll be able to get that one off now. But anyway, yeah, it's a shame it spoilt it. This one's alright, this side, apart from there being a little bit missing off of there. Okay, so I'm going to put the jeweled headlights in. So I've got the old Gem Tech. I think that's enough. Let's do it for that one. Yeah, come on. There you go. Right. Okay. That's that bit done. Right, okay, next what we need to do is to get this bonnet attached to the engine part of the tractor. So I've got to put the steering wheel in. I think the steering wheel's got to go in as the exhaust got to, yeah, I think the exhaust got to go in as well if I remember rightly. Okay, let's put the exhaust in first. Sorry if I'm going out of shot. Hang on. I don't know if you saw that. It goes in like that. Right. What I might do is put the glue in the hole in there first. So super glue and corgi bob stick, glue stick, whatever you call it. Right. Don't think I got enough on there. Whoops, that missed altogether. Good job it's good job it's inside. I better just do that though with a cotton bud. Trouble is the bloody glue gets the paint off. Okay. Right, so put a lid on that in case I spill it. Right, I need my short rivet. I'll do my tweezers. Oh, I thought I was ready. I thought I was all ready. But no. Right, short rivet. I've got him here. Okay. Let's get the steering in. Oh, this isn't going to be easy, eh? Now the exhaust is bloody falling out. Now the steering wheel's falling out. Bloody steering's come out again. Oh, gee. A bit more tricky than I thought this. Oh, for Christ's sake. Can't see what I'm doing. That's the trouble. My bloody fingers are in the way of it. Got it? There. That's it. Right, let's get this rivet in. If we can. It's a bloody awkward rivet to get in. No, you know what? I'm going to use my blue tack. No, come on. All the time the glue's drying. Shit. Pardon my French. Oh no. Now the bloody steering wheel's falling out again. For crying out loud. Oh, Jesus. Sorry ladies and gents, it's just not happening. I'm trying to stick this rivet to the flipping blue tack. Do you think it'll go? Now my bloody blue tack's too fat to go down there. Cripes. Oh, now the rivet's come off again. Goodness sakes. Okay, we got that. We got that. Okay. let's hope that stays there. I'm going to have to hold this till it dries. Okay, so whilst that's drying we can probably put the wheels on, the back wheels. So they're all nice and shiny. I've gone a bit overboard with the paint. They're a bit too shiny really. Right, I'm going to put some glue in these holes. And hopefully. Okay, well I forgot to put the camera on record, didn't I then? So I've done one wheel, but anyway, we'll do the other one. Alright. Make sure not shaking. I don't want any glue on that bit. Right. So I need a rivet and a washer. And there's a flipping blue bottle fly or whatever in here. It keeps coming in, driving me nuts. Buzzing around. Okay, so you got the other wheel. Put that on and then we get the rivet in, if I can. There you go. But the wheels are a little bit tight on there because I did drill them out. But hopefully they'll loosen up. Right. Okay, so that's that bit. Right, now I need to go back to this bit. We've got to put the clicker in. Which way did that go? Did it go that way? I can't remember now. Or did it go that way? I think it went that way. I don't really remember. Oh dear. I should have taken note when I undid it. No, it's got to go the other way, is it? No, it's got to go that way. Well, I'll just leave that for a minute and then we'll put the front axle in. I think it'll be alright to put that in. So, that, this is going to be tricky as well because this little cog's got to go in. That's what makes the noise, the clickety noise. So, okay, so we got that through. Well, I'm quite surprised that I got that on the splines first time. Okay. So let's just see by offering that up. Let's put it there and see when we put this together there. Goes that. That must be it. Okay. So that is how that goes. Now I've just, what's the name of that hole now? I've just out of shape, made that hole a bit out of shape. Got to make sure that the old rivet still goes in, which it doesn't now. I've done that. That's because I was trying to okay. Right. So we leave that there. So we need to put the axle in, the back axle. I'm careful how I touch this bonnet because I don't want to knacker those decals any more than they are already. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we'll get that pushed together. Right. So we want some glue in there. We want some glue in there. Okay, we got some in there, and I want some in here, in the front bit. Oh, I'm shaking so much that I can't get the stick in the hole. Okay. Okay, let's get these damn rivets in before something happens. Let's get these rivets in. I'll probably find something I've left out now. Okay, that's that one in. That one in. Right. Okay, we'll leave that there dry for a minute. Right, okay. That should be dry. Right, now we need to put the front wheels on. So still that's got to go through a little bit more. Oh bloody hell, I've taken it too much now. Right, let's get these wheels on. That one's loose. That shouldn't be loose like that. That's not clever. I'll put a bit of glue on that. They weren't that loose to undo them. Put a bit on that one. Put a bit. Not too much. Otherwise the wheels won't turn. I'm a bit tight now. Right, what I want to do now, I made these yesterday out of some what they call that stuff, milliput. So I want a little tiny bit of glue, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the seat. So what I've done here is make a little cushion. Like the Fergie cushion. Right, so that's that. Now I've got a little tiny backrest here to put on. So I need to put a little bit of glue on that. I think I better put it that way. Okay, I put a little bit of glue on the actual backrest. Okay, try not to drop it. Try and get it in the right place. Oh. Should have just left it how I had it. There. Stay there. Glue yourself to it. Glue yourself to the seat. Come on. Stop mucking about. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. There. There. It looks like a proper cushion. Right. There's just a couple of other little things I want to do to this. I'll show you. Hang on, I'll just get ready and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. Right, I've got some paint here. I just want to do these wheel centres in grey. Just to make it look a little bit more authentic. Oops, I went a bit on the silver there. Cabbage. And the same with these, Same with these front ones. Because these hubs are always the same colour as the engine and body of the tractor. Okay, I'll do the other side now. There. That's it. Right, okay, that's it then. Another one saved, this time from the Corgi scrapyard. So we've done quite a bit from the original. Done the front grille how it's supposed to be. Well, as close as I can get it that it's supposed to be. Put some jeweled headlights in. Painted it as close as I can to the colours of the real one. And put some cushions on the seat, like the old Fergie cushions. So that's it then. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've quite enjoyed doing this one. It's one I've been wanting to do for a long time. The only disappointment I've had with it was the decals. I have ordered some more, but I will be doing some more of these 165s, Corgi 165s, because I've got plans in the future for a few of them for a restoration. So yeah, watch this space. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you like what I've done with this one. And if you have, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that'll be it until the next video. So what we'll do, I'll do my outdoor shots same as usual. We'll do the turntable before and after clips, and then I'll do the AI photos after that. So that's it then. Until next time, please take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheerio for now. Bye bye. Abato.